So this is gonna be my last day streaming. You know, a lot of people are probably happy, and that's cool or whatever. But I feel like my shit is over. You know what I'm saying? I feel like this shit is low key over, and I gotta put 1 through 90 in my shit though. But like this shit is over, honestly, for real. And I can't take this shit to me. A lot of y'all got to me, bro. I'm not gonna lie. A lot of y'all got to me, and it like low key hurt my feelings and shit.
Entrepreneurship was not for me, and I am so okay with saying that because I feel like more people need to say it. When I owned a business, I could never turn my brain off. I could never just be in the moment. I was always thinking about stuff. Oh, I need to get this done. I need to get that done. Getting phone calls about the cars. Oh, this car broke down. It was too much. The idea of not knowing how much you're going to make this month, or you might lose money this month, that made me want to vomit. You have to have a certain mindset to be an entrepreneur, and I did not have it. I am team 9 to 5 with a little bit of side hustle, clocking in and clocking out, and then having something on the side. I was able to take off 2 years just from doing that. I had my 9 to 5 and I was doing content. That was enough. To the entrepreneurs out there, I commend you, because when I did it, I was like, why do people do this? It's a lot. It's a lot of ups and downs, very high highs and very low lows. I don't like that. So that's why I'm clocking in now. You get what I'm saying? I might try it again in the future, but right now it's a no. It's a hard pass.
This check right here, right? I don't want to show too much. It's a $322, right? Mind you, in a week, probably like 6 months ago, I used to make like 10,000. I used to really have days like that. But how did I end up in this 9 to 5 situation? To me, it's still crazy, bro. Cause I ain't gonna lie, bro. I used to be one of them guys, bro, who used to kind of look down on jobs, bro. I've never been a guy where it's like I felt like I was too good to do anything. But at the same time, I was kind of one of them guys who was like, I'm not doing that. And a job was definitely one of them things for me. Like, we was like, I'm not doing that. Like, heck nah. And I ain't gonna lie, like lately, bro, like I've been so like frustrated with life right now, cause it's like, bro, I be seeing it go good. At the same time, sometimes I want my old life back. And the way I was living was totally wrong. Like how I was getting money was totally wrong. I wasn't living in my purpose. That's even why like I'm partially recording this video, cause I know somebody else going through the same thing I'm going through, bro. Like I'm gonna show y'all the ups of this shit and the downs. And right now, I feel like this a down.
I'm going back to my 9 to 5. I'm currently self-employed. I'm a hairstylist. And one of the main concerns, one of the main things that is pushing me to go towards my 9 to 5 again is people complaining about the prices of my services. And I'm not coming down on my pricing. So with that being said, I'm going to go back to working a 9 to 5 until I can save the money that I want to save and open a shop or open a salon in the part of town where I feel like I would benefit the most from. And that's okay. When I had that initial thought, I was embarrassed. I didn't want to tell nobody. I just felt like I was failing. And I'm not. It actually takes a lot of maturity and self-awareness to even come to that conclusion. Okay? So if you are in the same predicament, listen. Go get you a 9 to 5 and continue to work towards what it is that you want out of life. If you want to be an entrepreneur, work towards it. Because baby, I got a lifestyle that I'm used to, that I need to keep living. Okay? I got plenty of things that I want to do. And a 9 to 5 gonna get me there until I get to where I want to be with my salon. Okay?
Why is Tara selling her house? Because the mortgage was so high. And the next question is actually, how much is your mortgage? It was $25,000 a month. And I used to be making enough money to cover that. I am no longer. And I'm very transparent about that. And I loved my house and I was trying really hard to make it work. But it was at the point where I was like, I don't want to like feel like I have to like work so hard just to make my mortgage payments. I would rather just sell the house and move on. So it's still on the market right now, but I bought a much cheaper, a much smaller house. And I've let the other one go.
How are you feeling?
Never been like so nervous to get my phone back. My whole life's about to change and I'm excited to see how America saw me. I'm just excited for the next step and, you know, the career that comes with it. Oh my gosh, the notifications are coming in. A lot of people from high school that I didn't think would say anything. That's so funny, my old boss. Should I open Instagram? And
Yes.
34,000 followers.
How many did you start with?
22,000, so I gained about like 12,000, which is, yeah, that's a lot. Wow. How many followers did Leah have when she left the villa?
3 million.
3 million. Do you still think I could maybe get like a sweet green bowl with 34,000 followers, or?
Maybe you should check your DMs.
Oh yeah. Way to just see the celebrities that messaged you, or? Oh, Mr. Beast said something. He wants to send me some of his protein bars, the Feastables. Hi, thank you, Mr. Beast. Oh, James Charles said something. What was the 19-year-old like on the villa? Oh, cool. I'm gonna get sent some star pimple patches. Oh my God, Huda from last season DM'd me. I know you're probably seeing all the hate online, but just know, as the villain from a previous season, it gets better. Hey, you could even try doing music too.
Why don't you check TikTok?
Oh, I lost followers somehow. I think people think this is a fan account. So there's actually a fan account that has 800,000 followers on it. And they already just did a brand deal with Bloom Nutrition. So I think there's a fan edit. Let's see.
Sources confirm your vibe was weird, and yes, everyone felt it.
That was an edit from me and Casa, because people didn't really like the way that I moved there.
How are you feeling after seeing these?
Not to like get in my head too much about it. I'm sure once I just like fly to LA and start walking down Melrose with everyone, it will be better.
So the group actually already did do a major hangout and walk down Melrose.
They didn't do hibachi, did they?
They did, yeah. And then they went to Barney's Beanery.
Guess I'm gonna have to go live a ton with Soul. Honestly, I don't really care what America thinks about me. It's the friendships I made in there are so much more than that.
Did the cast follow you on socials?
Oh, yeah, let me check. Trinity, my girl. Oh, maybe she hasn't.
She's had her phone back for a while.
She got her phone back?
Yeah.
She might not have found me yet. Melanie. Corbin? Caleb has 1.8 million followers. Really? I kind of thought he was kind of boring in the villa, but guess America's seeing something different. Only Sincere follows me from this season. Trinity said she worked at a hardware store.
Yeah.
Yeah, she quit to go on the show.
Do you know if if they're hiring or anything?
I could add so many more things to that video that I just made, but let's normalize being okay with going back to a 9-to-5 after being a full-time entrepreneur. If you have ever gone back to a 9-to-5 after being a full-time entrepreneur like myself, you're not a failure. I've been in the entrepreneurial space for about 4 years after leaving my full-time teaching salary job after 13 years. And it was cool. I learned a lot, but I needed stability. There's a difference between being an entrepreneur on a 1099 and having a W-2. And there's nothing wrong with having both together. And I'm telling you all of this super open because someone needs to hear this. I had this huge idea when I left my teaching job that if I ever went back to a 9-to-5, and trust me when I say I preached, I'll never go back to a 9-to-5. F this job. I'm never going to do it again. I just had this big idea that if I ever went back would mean that I gave up. I gave up on myself. I gave up on my future. That it meant that the business didn't work, that I just failed. And maybe I didn't give it my 1000%, but at the same time, I needed to be realistic and remember that I have kids I also need to feed. I'm a single mom. I don't have a husband. This is not a 2-income household. This is just moi. So here's the truth. Going back to a 9-to-5 just meant that I was prioritizing the bills, my children. I was being a responsible adult. I have kids depending on me for health insurance, for dental insurance, for vision insurance, and myself. So I can't do all of that on a 1099 unless I'm making like millions of freaking dollars. I wasn't. And that's not going to happen in the first year of becoming an entrepreneur. That takes time. And time is one thing that I did not need when I have children that have a couple of health issues. Entrepreneurship is amazing. Don't get me wrong. It's incredible. It really taught me a lot. Love what I built. I love the people that I've worked with. I love the mindset that I have now. Real talk though, a job doesn't cancel your dreams. It just funds it. Just remember that going back isn't quitting. It's a strategy. Going back means that you love your family and your children more than you love the aesthetics of saying, oh, I quit my job and I became a full-time entrepreneur and I'm making millions of dollars. Because it's not true. So if you quit your job and you're a full-time entrepreneur or you're thinking about going back to a job, do it. Do what you got to do to be stable, to support your family, to have income coming in. And then again, use that to fund your dream. Remember that you're not behind. You're just being smart.
Put a finger down if you quit your 9-to-5, pursued content creation full-time, Did that for about a year, went broke. So now you have to go back to your 9 to 5. I'm gonna detangle my hair with you guys while I tell you why I'm leaving my social media full-time to go back to a full-time job. Now, just for context, I didn't quit my job to become an influencer full-time. It was just a really, really toxic job. It paid nothing. At the time, my content was paying me way more than my full-time job. Prior to this, I asked a couple of other influencers who were doing this full-time, are they able to make a living from doing this? And they were like, yeah, they quit their corporate job years ago and have been able to make a living, and they've been doing great. And I was like, girl, say no more. I'm about to put this 2 weeks in right now. Now, when I quit my job, I told myself, okay, if I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna go all in. I'm gonna have a consistent content schedule. I'm going to be consistent on all platforms. I'm going to finally get my YouTube up and running the way that I want it to. Like, if we're gonna do this, we're gonna do this all the way. That did not happen. When you work for yourself, it's all on your time. There's no one to answer to. There's no strict deadlines outside of, like, you know, your brand partnerships. They typically have deadlines, but other than that, like, girl, it falls on you. If you don't feel like working for a couple weeks, there's no one that's going to reprimand you about that. I really didn't treat this like a job. And if you're not clocked into this, your engagement suffers, your money will suffer. I was super anxious because I was like, my engagement's down. I don't know what to post. I don't know where I want to take my personal brand. And I just like completely spiraled. And then my mental health was impacted. And if my mental health is impacted, I'm not showing up. So it was a lot. To make matters worse with all of this, my finances started to severely suffer. I was living off my savings for a little bit at the beginning of the year, and then in March I had 2 big expenses that completely wiped my savings. That time I wasn't too stressed because I had did 2 partnerships before that, and I was like, okay, the money's gonna come back. Like, I'll be able to put some more back into my savings and then pay my bills. One of the brands paid me 2 weeks late. The other one paid me a month late. And brands paying late just started becoming a common theme after that. There's a brand I worked with back in, actually I won't even say the month because like I don't want to speak too much on that. Brand that I worked with months and months ago, and I'm still waiting on payment. All of that really put me behind in my life expenses. It's been super inconvenient and very stressful. Maybe I got on LinkedIn and Indeed so fast. I started rapidly applying for jobs because in this economy, like, you really can't just depend on one income. Really a mistake on my part. I started applying for jobs back in May, and I finally just got a job, you guys, last week. Your girl is now employed. Hello? Actually crazy because when I left my job, it was a healthcare-ish job, and I was like, I'm not coming back to healthcare, and here I am going back to healthcare. And this job is not even necessarily a 9 to 5. It's 3 12-hour shifts, so I don't even know how I'm going to manage that and this. I don't know. But anyways, that's my little update. Getting a job will also help me like start creating from a place of love and passion again, instead of feeling like this is an obligation. If you enjoyed this little chit chat, I'm about to go wash my hair. I'll see y'all later.
Something I'm seeing a lot of in the creator space is content creators going back to a corporate job setting, so like a 9 to 5. And I feel like a few years ago that would have been totally frowned upon. It would be like you failed becoming a full-time influencer. But I personally think it's smart. My work is focused on content creators building a business from their influence. And of course, brand partnerships tend to be a big piece of that pie. Not necessarily my choice. That's just where the big money comes more easily. Otherwise, you have to like launch your own products and services, which some creators are a little bit slower to even build the trust up for that, let alone build the thing. Another way a lot of people tend to monetize is by getting paid by the platforms, basically becoming monetized. And a lot of that relies on you continuing to go viral so you get the numbers to get the money. It can tend to be a little bit up and down. I truly believe if you have a job that gives you balance, then those are just your first angel investors. They are the ones funding the dream, so you don't have to worry about financial stability while building the dream. Also, if you're someone like me, I feel like entrepreneurship can be exhausting, and the regular schedule of working in those settings can actually be beneficial for some people. So yeah, do what you need to do to actually feel like you have balance in your life and you feel safe in your life, because the best creative ideas are probably going to come from that headspace. Good luck if you're job hunting. Bye!
I started posting online in May of this year. I just hit 3,000 followers, and I'm making this video because I'm quitting. And I'm largely quitting while I'm ahead. And my reasons, have really brought up like a lot of conversations that I never would have thought I'd ever be having. So I'm making this video to share that, even though making a video about quitting social media feels like so gross and cringe. I'm just doing it. Plus, I love transparency and honesty. And my pull towards wanting to stop posting online has really surprised me for like a number of reasons. So I feel the need to share. For some background, I've always wanted to post online. Like, I mean, always. I told my mom in like middle school that I wanted to be a YouTuber. I was like the biggest YouTube fan. I went to Tyler Oakley's like live tour. I was the biggest YouTube fan. I've always wanted to do this. I've also just always been like an open book, and I love to tell stories and talk and share my world online. I've always loved it. I've always felt drawn towards it. In May of this year, I really started going for it. I started posting every day, and in the past few months, especially when I say like quitting while I'm ahead, like in the past few months especially, I have seen anywhere from 10 to 100 or more new followers a day. I had a few videos hit 100, 200, 300, 400,000 views. Things have been going really well, especially in the past couple months now that I've gotten my groove down, and I'm quitting. And I'm also getting comments like every day now that say like, please continue doing this series. Like, I love this so much. I love your energy. Like, please keep posting. And I'm quitting. I'm not necessarily quitting posting online for good. I'm definitely not. I love it. I love posting online. But I'm definitely quitting the pursuit of being a content creator. Like, the pursuit of content creation as a side hustle, which like was really something that I've always wanted. Here's my reasons why. I have a few. Some of them are more personal. Some of them I feel like maybe even not totally equipped to speak on, but I feel like they're important reasons, so I'm going to share them with you. Here we go. My first reason is that in the past few years, and especially recently, I've just been seeing more and more about the horribly negative health effects, mental health and emotional and physical effects of consuming short form video content. I swear to God, like I feel like article after article after article is telling me this, and I feel like I've experienced it firsthand. My first 2 years out of college, this is like a tangent, so I won't tell the whole story, but my first 2 years out of college, I felt like I was drowning in my phone all the time. Like I could not keep it in check in a way that I'd never felt before, and it was largely because of short form content across all platforms. Every platform is doing short form content now. Not every. Shout out Ditto. They're not doing it. But like Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, they're all doing it. And I feel like I lost myself in a way I really didn't like, in part because I had an escape. I had a place to go, and that was short form content. So I don't like what it did to me. I don't like the idea of contributing to doing that to other people. And I've realized that it's hindering me from doing other things, which brings me to my second reason why I'm largely quitting the pursuit of content creation, which is that this is kind of a positive. Starting content creation has made me realize what I really want. My aunt said to my mom, who told me when I first started posting online, that she was like, I'm so excited for Emma because when you start something creative, a whole world opens up for you. Like a whole creative world of things that you want to do open up for you. And I've had that experience, and I now have other pursuits that I'm more interested in putting my time into than content creation. Like I have other pursuits. Oh my God, I have things that I'm feeling so passionate about that include writing and singing and dancing and acting that I simply can't put all of my time and brain space and mental effort and creative effort into without ceasing my pursuit of posting online. Take it for what you will. Third reason is that I've realized that this is not necessarily my superpower. By that I mean I'm good at it. Not to sound totally up my own ass, but like I'm good at posting online. I like it. I like it a lot. I like editing. I don't mind it, but I don't love it. It's not my superpower through and through and through. And I'll probably come back to it at some point, and maybe I'll find different ways that I love it. But as of right now, I'm not getting up every day it's a bit of a forced march to get me to edit everything that I need to edit, which brings me to another point, which was kind of like sparked a little bit by the Jubilee video that recently came out about content creators reflecting on their experiences, which is that I think that being a content creator takes you down a rabbit hole that I don't think I want to go down. I don't think I want to go down, and I've felt like little tastes of it already, of exploiting yourself and your life and your personality and your good things and your smarts and your intelligence for the camera and for the online world. That Jubilee video is like, there are some really good clips of people being so very honest about how like all it takes is like, oh, maybe if I share this, it'll get more views. And then all of a sudden it's like, maybe if I share something bigger and something messier and something this and this and this and that. I don't really want to walk down that path. I never want this to become something where like my whole life is online, and I've been adamant about that from the start. That's why most of my content really truly only has me in it. I used to be someone who posted a lot with their friends, but when I started pursuing content creation, I made a pact for myself, like, this is only going to be me. Like, it's not going to involve my boyfriend, it's not going to involve my friends, it's not going to involve my family. Like, this is me in the phone. And that's great. But again, I think it's a slippery slope. Like, I think slowly but surely I'll want to share more and more. And I don't want that. Like, I don't want that for my life. So that's another reason. So those are the 4 big things. Like, not wanting to eventually kind of exploit my life for the online world. Not wanting to be so sucked into the online world and allow others to be sucked into my content in a way that I know isn't healthy. Or anyone's content, for that matter. I just don't want to contribute to the short form space after reading about all of this. I want to pursue other things that I need the brain space for. I'm going to delete TikTok off my phone. Like, I need to take my brain space back. You know what I mean? And what was the 4th thing I said? Oh, I don't love it. It's not like what I wake up thinking to myself, oh, I can't wait to edit this. I can't wait to post it. It's a different kind of addiction. It, like, if you will. Ooh, it feels a little icky too, but you know what I mean? So that's the cold, hard, honest truth. I'm definitely going to continue posting online here and there. I think Instagram is like a love platform for me. I love the way that you can kind of curate almost like an online scrapbook on Instagram, although I find it way easier to post more often on TikTok, which is like super interesting, but whatever. I think I'm still going to post on Instagram. I think I'm going to stop posting on TikTok, and that sucks, but I hope that the next time you see me will be when I've done something really cool towards one of my other passions, towards acting, writing, music, singing, dancing. Like, I hope the next time you see me is when I'm like, I can't wait to share this self-tape that got me this role that I'm so excited about. Or I hope it's me performing on stage. I hope that the next time that I come to you, I'm sharing something other than my life right now. So I'll still be around. I just won't be posting consistently. And to all of you who have been so kind and wonderful and supportive of me, and like to the many, many, many of you that have told me like you want to see Dream Girls continue and like you love these series and they bring you light and happiness. Oh, it makes me so happy. We'll see. Maybe I'll be back at some point. But those are my big reasons. I'm curious if anyone else feels the same way. And I'll see you when I see you. Godspeed, and keep your light shining.
You've heard the influencers and you've heard their reasons as to why they are quitting influencing and going back to 9 to 5. What are your thoughts on this topic? Leave them in the comment section. Also, subscribe to the channel and share this video so that you can help the algorithm push us. Thank you for watching. I'll see you on the next one.